Hello. So I've been asked by Helen just to do a short video on basically how I get bookings from bookings. So I joined Temple Spa in December. I had my first class, I think it was mid-January, which Helen did for me. And she basically said in that class that the aim of the game was for me to get bookings from that. So I got 2 bookings out of that class. And then I've pretty much every class that I've done, I think every class I've done, I've got another booking from it. And the way that I tend to do it, I mean, most people enjoy themselves anyway. Most people have a good time. They're having a good time with their friends. And I think that when they're having a good time with their friends, it makes it easier for you to sort of say, well, have you got any other friends that would like to have this experience? Have you got any other friends that would love this? So when I did one on Monday, and they all absolutely loved it. There were 6 of them, including my host. And they loved it, and they were sort of saying, and I think for me, something that I thought I would struggle with joining Temple Spa is that I don't really have a very big network. Obviously I've got people that I know, but like my uni friends, we're not in contact anymore. So I've got a very, very small circle apart from family. So I thought I was really going to struggle with having a network of people to introduce Temple Spa to, but I feel like I've done a bit better than I was going to. And so one thing that I wouldn't say that I sort of ask for sympathy, but I do sort of say, like, I need you to help me widen my network. And you're going to get thanked for doing so by the host gift. I take a little thank you gift, like, bag full of little, like, tapas goodies. So I just sort of say, look, can you please help me widen my network and host a class? And usually at least 3 of them will be like, yeah, absolutely. And then when it comes to sort of nailing down a date, then you get 1 or 2 that's like, oh, well, actually I'm renovating at the moment, so I can't really book in yet. But I just make a mental note of that to think, right, well, in 4 or 5 months time, they said they would have a class, so I will reach out to them then and see if they want to book in. So yeah, I mean, I do just tend to say, look, I need your help to grow my network, to help me expand my business. And you know, usually people are quite willing, and they'll be like, oh yeah, well, I've got at least 3 or 4 people who could come along to a class, whether it be mum, sister, colleagues. So yeah, I just find that like, I'm just being honest. I'm just saying, like, I don't have a wide network. I want to host more experiences and show you what Temple Spa is all about. Who do you know who could love that as well? And I just find that tends to work. And I think the biggest thing for me is shy bairns get no sweets, is what I was always taught as a kid. So I just say, who would like to host a party or a class experience? Who would like to do this and benefit from the host gifts? I've explained about VIP hosting, and there's some people that were really interested in that as well. So and you know, if sometimes they can be like, oh, it's a bit soon, like, oh, 3 months might be too soon, we've just had this one, I've just bought my products here, then I'll just say, well, you don't have to buy anything at the next one. You know, all you need to do is introduce me to 3 or 4 new people, and the aim of the game is that they'll then want to host, and they'll want to introduce me to 3 or 4 new people. More people, buzz in. If it's not, that's 3 or 4 new people that I didn't know before. So yeah, that's how I just find being honest, being a bit cheeky, and making sure that your host for that experience is well looked after. And you know, you're talking about the host gifts, you're talking about what you've sort of given them, and a lot of them are quite keen. I mean, Helen always told me, don't leave a booking without a booking. So I don't leave a booking without booking. So everyone I've done, I think I've done probably 5 since I started in December, I've had bookings from. I've got some repeat hosts now. I've got one that hosted in January, I've got booked in for May. And then when she said that she wants to book in for the Christmas, so when all the Christmas gifts are out, so she'll probably book in again for sort of October, November time. But one thing that I did start in January, just to try and incentivise things, was I bought one of the new Clear to Me serums. I bought that, and I basically posted and said, if you host, book and host between sort of January and the 31st of March, then I'll do a prize draw and somebody will win that product. So it did come out of my pocket a little bit, but you know, I think like 7 people I think I'm going to have to do the draw with next week, and whether it was through that or not, it just helps. People like to think that they're getting a treat. People like to think that they're getting a little something. So yeah, that's how I've done it, and it's working for me so far. But yeah, good luck getting your bookings.